Wow. You know, just because you look pretty today, I won't mention the misguided phallic rage you just displayed.
You hear my voice? Just do what I say.
Promise you'll talk dirty?
Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Summer's Child and today we're watching a movie called The Ugly Truth. Abby is a TV producer who's hardworking and intelligent. She knows her way around her team and she's successful at her job. But the TV network she works for has low watch ratings and her boss is asking her to find him some solutions.
I mean, I love you. You're great at what you do, but you gotta get me some numbers.
I can rally. I will rally.
You do rally, but that's what worries me. That even you won't be enough.
She goes out on a date with some guy she met online after thoroughly checking his background, and she wasn't even pleasant on that date, scheduling every minute of it. So of course, she went home alone, and by a way of chance, aka Cat, she watched this dude on TV claiming that men are simple and only interested in the devil's tango. So she calls his show and embarrasses herself because her night hasn't been sad enough.
If you were hot, you would be out breaking some poor schmuck's heart instead of spending all your time fantasizing about Mr. Wonderful. Face it, you're ugly.
Only to discover on the next day that her boss brought this same man to their network and gave him a segment that she's meant to produce. Infuriated, she asked her team to embarrass the ever-smug crap out of him on the air. But then the tables turn and...
How do you respond to people who say that your show is offensive?
Well, it is.
Sounds to me like no one's ever loved you, and you're taking that out on the female population.
Good one.
Crossfire.
That was a good one.
I mean, come on. No, I know it's her fault.
Why is it my fault?
Let me, God damn it, Georgia, let me be a man.
And that, my friends, is the ugly truth.
Her misbehaving kitty did not only turn the TV on for her so she can watch the Ugly Truth show the night before, but on this night, the cat climbed the tree, leading Abby to catch a glimpse of her neighbor coming out of the shower.
Come here, baby. Oh my.
Hatred grew between Abby and Mike, the Ugly Truth guy, when he insists on bringing the quality of her show lower and lower while their ratings go higher for the cheap childish acts he puts on. So while he was teasing her about her perfect man and how she'll never meet this person in real life, she pulled out a business card and initiated a phone call to Colin, her hot neighbor from last night, who happened to be a doctor.
I was just calling to let you know how much I enjoyed meeting you last night.
Thanks.
There is a new French bistro in town.
Abby, the thing is, I haven't really settled in yet.
So after he rejected her initial advances, the phone call quickly turns into a lesson for Abby from Mike on how to get Colin's interest, setting a bet for both of them. If she gets Colin due to Mike's advice, she drops the hatred between them and she and him agree to work together. But if all Mike's lessons did not work, he'll quit and leave her in peace.
If you want it to work out with this guy, then you'll listen to me and you'll do exactly as I say. You know that I know what I'm talking about. She'll call, dude.
Fine, what do I do?
In 5 seconds, he'll call back. Come on.
Nostradamus? Amazing.
So the lessons go on and on until the student uses her charms against her teacher. And for all their efforts, Colin comes over and finally invites Abby to a date, cueing the nerd dance.
Now, we have to teach you flirting.
I know how to flirt. Hey there, you wearing any underwear?
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't grab ass.
What's wrong with the little ass grabbing? I mean, what's it there for if not me to grab it?
Whoa! See, you are a deeply, deeply disturbed person.
Everything on that awkward date does not go as planned. Still, Abby comes out on top and she thinks Colin might actually like her as much as he likes him. So for all of his efforts, Mike deserved to get some praise.
Night.
Night.
I didn't do anything.
You did.
It was you.
She's finally in a good place in her personal life, going out with a guy that she actually likes. But when Abby has to go out to dinner with Mike to meet corporate, they drag Colin with them. And despite how thoroughly embarrassed Abby was, Mike tells her what he had observed.
He likes you, by the way. Colin. I can tell.
Really? Let's go.
Take care. Thanks.
Abby and Colin were getting along, having fun and enjoying each other's company. They planned to go away on a special weekend together when Abby's boss informed her that the competition are trying to snatch Mike from them. So she has to cancel her plans and go after him in an attempt to convince him to stay on board.
Couldn't spend a day without me, could you?
Oh, yes, I just can't get enough of your sparkling wit and charm. 5 minutes. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yes, dear.
Abby and Mike talk about him moving, and she learns that he turned the offer down to stay near his nephew and do his role as a father figure to the best of his abilities. That makes Abby impressed with Mike, so she pries more into his personal life.
Tell me about the doozy. You know, the woman who broke your heart?
You can only have so many lousy relationships before you figure out there's no such thing as a good one.
Okay.
After they unwillingly say goodnight to each other, Abby goes to her hotel room alone. And then her boyfriend Colin, having missed their special weekend together, surprises her, and she just has to speak to him about the ugly truth of their relationship.
To the first of many romantic evenings to come.
You are a great guy, you really are. Which is why I have to tell you that I have not been myself.
And who have you been?
The girl some idiot told me to be.
The next morning, to everybody's surprise, Mike has quit the network, signing up with a local competitor to escape how he feels towards Abby, who in his mind has chosen Colin over him. She tries to find a replacement for the show but ends up taking over herself and bashing Mike on the air. So he runs over to her and jumps into the hot air balloon with her, continuing the show together.
Don't fall in love. It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. It's terrifying. Especially when I'm in love with a psycho like you.
I am not a psycho.
I just told you that I loved you, and all you heard was psycho.
This is the ugly truth.
This movie is an attempt at a different style of romance where a man and a woman can spend time together and fall in love in the process without knowing it. But that's not the case here. Abby was totally taken in by Colin when Mike was falling for her, but still showing her so little maturity to deter her of him until that weird moment when she thought he's a better match for her considering he knows the real her. Unlike Colin, who only got to see the fake persona Abby's been putting on for him. Dating is never easy, it's always complicated. But to lie to the other person and fake everything about you until they fall for that false image, then turn around and dump them because what you have is not real. That was really scummy of Abby. And for the very immature Mike to fall for her despite all her imperfections while being so afraid of love at the same time is a little far-fetched in my humble opinion. Poor Colin, he did not deserve any of it, but worry not, for in another universe he's got the girl and he's happy for it. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. See you very soon. Bye bye.
Hey.